Wow.
Yay! I will come down after you get your fat ass off my patio.
Why are you upset? They just left to someone.
I'm not upset.
Who sent you to go sleep with them? Why make my apartment?
No, I wanted to full access my ass.
The ass you've been given.
The ass you've been showing.
Let's take it down now.
Okay, let's do it now.
Let's
Whoa!
now.
Whoa! We're back. Hi. Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel, our channel, because this is our community, this is our channel, this is our own base. Yes, so you are all specially welcome back. If you are new, probably a passerby that decided to click on this video to watch, you are specially welcome, and thank you so much for doing me the honors of clicking on this video to watch. But if you are a regular, if you are a returning viewer, returning subscriber, you are specially welcome back home. You're especially welcome back home. Oh my God, I have missed you all so much. I've missed you all so much. But hey, just a quick introduction to those of you that are new here. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. And I'm about to spill some tea on here. But before we get into that, once again, I want to sincerely apologize to all of you for going MIA. I've been trying to update you all on my community tab for those of you that have been following my post on there. But if you haven't, here is why I kind of disappeared for over a month. All right, so you all know how I do it on here. Seasons comes for our TV shows that we love and enjoy, and then we do our reviews and all. And guys, to be quite frank with you all, you see those periods, right? I get really burnt out. Yeah, I feel like I completely overuse myself, right? I overuse myself. I get completely drained and exhausted. My health, my mental health, everything about Gloria Elijah just completely gets really burnt out, right? And so I devised a method, you know, to recuperate lost energy, recuperate lost zeal, right? Because I mean, guys, basically, I just needed to, you know, get back to myself. Yeah, I added a bit of weight around my tummy area. I needed to burn that out. I got really tired and kind of weak around the knees because this is my home base and this also equals as my office. So I'm literally always indoors. I'm working, receiving just little sunlight. So I just decided to just go and receive some photosynthesis like a plant, right? Hence the reason I called it my, I think, soul rejuvenating hibernation. I can't remember if that's what I called it on my community tab, but that was more like what I had to do, right? Hence my vacation to South Africa. Yeah, and I'm super excited about it. It was an amazing trip. I had so much fun, and I've got a lot to share with all of you, right? And just as I mentioned on my community tab, I'm going to be putting out some videos sharing my experience about my trip to South Africa. So already there's like a travel prep video on my second channel. If you haven't seen it, please go ahead and check it out. All right, I'm also in the process, like currently in the process of editing my videos, and guys, I'm currently using like a new editing software, so I'm trying my best to finish it on time so that I can at least drop the first part of the vlog. So it's going to be up soon. I will definitely update all of you. All right, but that is that. For this video, we are going to be analyzing a very fantastic, interesting, amazing, and very entertaining TV show currently available on Netflix called The Ultimatum, South Africa. Yes. Now, The Ultimatum is sort of like a franchise, like the Big Brother franchise. You know, with the Big Brother show, with the Big Brother franchise, we've got Big Brother Nigeria, Big Brother South Africa, we've got Big Brother Australia. I think we've also got Big Brother UK. Yeah, so we've got different versions of Big Brother shows under the Big Brother franchise. And I think that is exactly what the producers of this particular The Ultimatum show are also trying to achieve. If you go onto Netflix, there are quite a number of different versions of The Ultimatum show, all right? But on this particular video, we're going to be analyzing and reviewing the South African version. So if you haven't seen it yet, you totally need to go watch it, guys. It is lit. It is, see, I think this is the part where I get to express my gratitude or even extend my gratitude to those of you amazing souls that recommended this particular show for me to watch, guys, on Twitter, on Instagram, also here on YouTube. You guys were heavily recommending this particular show to me, and even whilst I was away on vacation, a lot of you were still recommending the show to me, and I'm like, what is it about this show that you guys are just on my neck, you know, about? And so took me 3 days to watch it because I tried to take my time, you know, with the show, just to go with the flow and properly understand it. And oh my God, I do not regret doing it at all. I do not regret watching this show. So as I said, we're going to be reviewing the show. We're going to be analyzing everything, everything. And guys, bear with me in advance. This video might be up to an hour long. Please watch it to the end. Do not skip out on any part. Please do not skip out on any part. And as usual, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Now, all of that said, quite a long intro, right? All of that said, let's just quickly dive into the analysis of The Ultimatum South Africa. Okay, so first things first about the show. The show is a social experiment that presents an opportunity for couples to test the strength of their relationship. Yeah. On the show, you'll find couples that have been together for years. And we're talking about couples that have been together for over 5 years. And sometimes you also find couples that have been together for just 6 months or even 5 months or even 3 months. Yes. Another thing is, just as the name implies, The Ultimatum, the show revolves around an ultimatum issued by one partner in the relationship, or should I say one party in the relationship, right, to the other person, you know, to either issue a proposal or to accept a proposal, right? And God, in all the relationships that actually participate in the social experiment, that is the bone of contention in their relationship. You find couples that are at the brink of ending things. You find couples that are at the edge. You know, for them, if after the experiment nothing positive comes out of it, then to your tent, O Israel. Yes. And that is not even the tricky part. The tricky part is in the process of this experiment. Now, the experiment lasts for 6 weeks. The first 3 weeks, we see where everybody mingles, right? Couples mingle with couples. They have dates individually, and people get to, you know, pick interest in other people that they would like to start up a relationship with. And then along the line, couples that originally came in together as a couple, they will break up. Yeah, they will break up. They will begin to refer to each other as exes. Yes. And then whoever each of these individuals pick as their partner, they will live together with that person for the first 3 weeks of this experiment. Yes. However way it goes, that is their business. The whole idea behind this concept, you know, of living together for the first 3 weeks is to see if you are able to find what you're looking for in this person, and also to learn more about yourself as an individual, to see how you can grow and also work on yourself. You know, mostly it's a learning process for these people, but guys, trust me when I say that a lot of shit really goes down. These people literally forget that they came in with their actual partners, and then they go ahead to smash. They go ahead to do all sorts, guys. It is insane. Yes. But anyways, as I was saying, the second part of this experiment is the second 3 weeks, where individuals now have to split right away from who they had spent the first 3 weeks with, and then they now have to go back to their original partners and spend another 3 weeks with them. And this time around, it's basically to see if anything has changed. It's basically to see if you are still in love with the person that you came into the show with, or you would love to continue with the person you spent the first 3 weeks with, or you want to go back to your original partner. And guys, trust me, I've seen another version of this, the Ultimatum show, and it was wild. Couples broke up. There were situations where people literally went home with other people's boyfriends or girlfriends. Guys, it was just insane. And guys, believe me when I say a lot worse happened in the Ultimatum South Africa. People broke up. As a matter of fact, the couple that I thought would not end up together ended up having a child together. Guys, listen, hectic. But let's take it from the top, all right? Let's take it from the top. I'm going to do a character analysis of the cast members as individuals and then as a couple, all right? Because there's a lot to say about these cast members. Each of them came with their own color. Each of them came with their own spice. These people were just really colorful. And I must give it to them, you know, for putting their hearts out on the show, all right? So let's take it from the top. So we've got 6 couples, all right? So first, we've got Ruth and Isaac. Now, you see these 2 people, oh my God. Every time the camera is on these people, every time I'm watching their confessionals, it's like the Clash of the Titans. These 2 people have got like very, very strong personalities. Very, very, woof. Guys, they're hard. Ruth is a darling. Guys, I love, love, love her audacity. She's a very, very strong woman. Yeah, when I say strong woman, I'm not talking about the Instagram definition of a strong woman. No, I'm talking about a strong woman. I'm talking about a woman that's got audacity, a woman that is self-aware, a woman that's got a mind of her own, a woman that knows what she wants, and regardless of how you feel or whatever you think, she will do whatever she wants to do regardless. Yes, she is a woman of her own self, guys. See, we're going to get into the details of these people's relationship. That's Ruth and Isaac. But now let's talk about Isaac. Isaac, in my frank opinion, is a typical Nigerian Igbo man. And this is not me trying to be tribalistic or anything. Yeah, but over here in Nigeria, each tribe has got their own peculiarities. Yes, the Igbo people, the Yoruba people, the Hausa people, the Ibibio people, the Efak people, the people from different tribes in Nigeria, they've got their own personalities and they have a way of doing their own thing. Yeah. So there's a way a Yoruba man will behave and they'll say, oh, typical Yoruba man. There's a way an Igbo person will behave, a man, and they'll like, oh, typical Igbo man. Yeah. So when I saw Isaac on the show, I just told myself, nah, there's nothing anybody would tell me that will make me not to believe that this guy is not an Igbo guy. Yeah. Although I think he was actually speaking Zulu, you know, from time to time. And when I was in South Africa, from conversations I had with people there, we did a lot of comparison, you know, between the Zulu people, the Zulu tribe, and the Igbo people here in Nigeria. They seemed to carry a lot of similarities. Yes. So I was quite intrigued, you know, watching Isaac, because the guy is so, you know, staunch on his beliefs. This guy is looking for a typical African woman, you know, the type of woman that will serve her husband, the type of woman that will say, oh, yes, yes, baby. No, not baby. No, yes, daddy. Oh, yes, sir. You know, that kind of woman. That's the kind of woman that Isaac is looking for. You know, he has this, he's a very traditional man. Yeah. At some point, I was thinking, is this guy Nigerian? Yes. But Isaac is a very interesting personality, very colorful personality. However, the way he portrayed himself on the show, you could tell that he is kind of controlling, is very, very good in manipulation. Also a gaslighter. Yeah. not very affectionate with Ruth, his girlfriend of 2 years, whom he has refused to introduce to any of his family members. Yeah, I mean, pray tell why. This dude has been with this girl for over 2 years, has refused to introduce her to any of his family members, not even his friends, not to talk of his best friend, not to talk of his sister. This guy has never mentioned Ruth to anybody. And according to him, or in their tradition, you cannot just bring a woman home. And then it was on the show he found out that his sole reason for not introducing Ruth to his family is because, he's not happy with her or what. And I'm thinking, dude, so did a cat get your tongue from telling her that you are tired of the relationship? Like, if you're not happy, why are you there? Wasting somebody's daughter's time for 2 years. Sorry, that's my neighbor's car. But guys, that is that about Ruth and Isaac. We're going to get into the details of the show, but quickly, let's move on to the next couple. Now, the next couple is Tabby and Genesis. Genesis is the guy and Tabby is the girl, yeah? These two are high school sweethearts. They've been together for over 7 years. Yeah, you heard me. 7 years. I mean, guys, what are we doing? 7 years in a relationship. Okay, fine, I understand. High school sweethearts, they come out, possibly go to university. I get it, but 7 years is quite a long time. I mean, guys, what are your thoughts? Can you date for over 7 years? Right? Okay, maybe after high school or after university. Which one can you do? Because, guys, this is a lot. 7 years. And to make matters worse, Genesis is not ready to settle down. He's not ready to propose marriage. According to him, he is not financially ready for it. And Tabby's argument is, dude, I have watched you save for things you really want and things you really need in your life. If you're able to save up, if you're able to buy, if you're able to afford the things that you want, which are wants now, not necessarily needs, why can't you propose marriage? And guys, you see, one thing that I really loved about the show is how much it really emphasized on, that's the conversations, right, from these people, how much it's really not really emphasized, but should I say portrayed and gave enlightenment to the conversation about giving a proposal to a female in South Africa. You don't just propose to a female in South Africa. You propose to the female and you also propose to the family. Yeah, I can't remember the name it's called, but you send a letter to the family and then the family vets you somehow, and then if they find you worthy, they give you an invitation to come and negotiate the bride price for the girl. And I learned from my very good friend that the more educated the woman is, the higher the stakes are for the man that is coming to negotiate for a hand in marriage. So the more educated she is, the more guys, that is how etiquette is. Yes, I also learned that if a female gets pregnant out of wedlock, the guy has to go and pay for damages, and then he now has to do the rightful thing. Guys, listen, I don't know, I'm not South African, but I found this quite interesting, and I could see a lot of similarities between the South African culture and the Nigerian culture. Yes, so if you're a South African, guys, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I am not, please shed more light on this very interesting culture. I love it. I love it. I would love to learn more about it. All right, but that is the situation between Tabby and Genesis. What do I think about these two individuals? Yeah, for Genesis, I'm going to be frank with all of you. I did not really like his personality on the show. Now, it's not because he was bad or terrible or whatnot. But personally, I just felt like the guy is still in his childish era. Yeah. I kind of felt like the guy has still not attained adulthood. I was watching the show, I was watching this guy for every conversation and whatnot. I just felt like this guy is not ready for marriage. I just felt like he's not ready to settle down. I just felt like he's still a child. And even the Tabby that was talking, guys, I just felt like she's still, they're not ready. They just want to get married because they've been dating for over 7 years. Personally, I did not feel or observe that these two are actually ready for what comes with marriage yet. No. And in a way, I felt like Genesis was just unnecessarily overly goofy for my liking. I just felt like the dude was just kind of emotionally detached. Or he probably has issues with expressions, expressing himself, his feelings, not himself, because the guy talks too much. Yeah. He's sort of like the joker of the group. Yes. And sometimes I just felt like, dude, just shut it. It's okay. Shut it. Yeah. But that's that for Genesis. For Tabby, as I said before, I just felt like Tabby just wanted to get married. I've gone to secondary school, I've gone to university. I want to get married. I just want to marry. Maybe our friends are getting married. She just wants to marry. I did not think Tabby was actually ready for the responsibilities that came with getting married or being a married woman, whatever. But guys, that is just my observation. That is just my frank opinion. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section below. Now, moving on to the next couple. We had Lebo and Nola. Guys, okay. Let's talk about them as a couple first, and then we're going to talk about them as individuals. So as a couple, first impression for me, I did not think that these two people were a good match at all. Now, Lebo is big, she's bold, she's beautiful, she's stunning. She's beautiful, But in a way, I sort of felt like she was insecure. I sort of felt like, I kind of sensed a bit of desperation on her part to get married to Nola by all means. And the level of desperation I sensed from her is the same type of desperation I have sensed from a lot of women who are as big in physical size as Lebo. Yeah. And guys, please, I'm not body shaming anybody. I'm just speaking based on experience and based on observation, all right? So please, no offenses intended. Please, we are analyzing here, all right? Yeah. But as I was saying, I sensed that desperation from Lebo. I sensed, that insecurity, I sensed it. And the way she carried herself in conversation, even from a confessional, sometimes she kind of sounded hopeless, like, oh my God, if this guy does not choose me at the end of the day, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really loved the bold move she made during the reunion. We're going to get to that, all right? No hurries yet. But first impressions, as I said, she had this insecure vibe, this desperate vibe to get married by all means, no matter what, to this guy. And she also made some terrible choices on the show, which we're going to talk about much later, but that is that for Lebo. Now, on to Nola. Oh my God, that guy is for the streets. Nola is a cheap, guys, sorry, I'm going to go all out on this one. Nola is a cheap, manipulative, gaslighting little twat. That guy was so annoying. And you see, everything he got on the show, he totally deserved it, 100%. Nola was so annoying. The guy was incredibly manipulative. The guy's such a bloody liar. Oh my God. This guy would look at you in the face and lie. He lied to the guys, lied to his girlfriend, Lebo. Woof! Even lied to Ruth that he was smashing at some point. Guys, oh my God. Nola was just like the most, okay, not the most, but Nola was just very annoying. But hey, yeah, I mean, he's human at the end of the day. And I really loved how his role ended on the show during the reunion. And in case you're wondering, Lebo broke up with him right there on the set of the reunion, to the shock of everybody. Guys, I literally screamed. We're gonna get to that, but quickly we move on to the next couple. Okay, so moving on to the next couple, there was Aiden and Courtney. Now, these two were the only colored people on the show. When I say colored, white, all right? And this is by virtue of the diverse people in South Africa, all right? Colored could be Indian or any other color, yeah, whatever. Yes, so Aiden and Courtney. Now, these two people are a match made in heaven. Yes, they know each other pretty much. They understand each other, but Aiden is not ready to settle down. Oh, I forgot to tell you the actual problem between Nola and Lebo. So Lebo was the one that gave Nola the ultimatum, and she brought him to the show because the guy's communication skills is whack, which I attest to. Yeah, the guy is a typical South African man, very, very local man. If you watch some Big Brother and Zamzi, you see the way Makeke used to communicate on the show. Yeah, Nola is kind of like that. Very, very traditional South African man, yes. And he is fond of calling everybody darling, sweetheart, baby, yes. And for Lebo, that's a problem because there should be boundaries to this thing. Yeah, you're dating someone, all of those endearment terms should be directed at that person and not every woman that you see on the street. Yes, and Nola proved to us that Lebo was not being delusional because it totally did even worse of what she was complaining about on the show. All right, now we're going to get to that. Going back to Aiden and Courtney, as I said, these two are a match made in heaven, but Aiden is indecisive. They've actually been together for over 7 years. Is it 7 years? Yes, they've been together for over 7 years. But Aiden is not really sure he wants to settle down. He's not really sure he wants to get married. And Courtney is not having it. So she brought him to the show. She gave him the ultimatum that if by the end of the experiment he does not propose, then they will break up. She will leave him for good. Yes, because she's not getting any younger and she cannot continue to be with him if he's not going to take her serious. Yes, so that is their issue. Now, talking about these people individually, Aiden is a perfect gentleman. I love that man so much. I love how level-headed he is. I love how he respects the women on the show. I love how he respects their boundaries as well. I also love how he is very reserved with his opinions, yes, especially when he does not agree with people's opinion. He does not try to go all out to wash them down, especially during confessionals. We know how these shows are. You know, cast members tend to be very extreme sometimes during their confessionals, all in the name of audacity, which we love, of course, because hey guys, we live for the drama of these shows. Yeah, so I totally love Aiden. He was a gentleman all through and proved to be a perfect friend to Lebo when she needed him. Speaking about Courtney, on the other hand, Courtney was not really one of my favorite persons on the show, and that is because she was just basically very judgmental, and sometimes unnecessarily judgmental as well. And I'll tell you why as we proceed, all right? But that is that about that couple. Now, onto the fifth couple. There was Caesar and what's his name? Lindile. Yeah, Lindile. Caesar and Lindile. Lindile is the guy and Caesar is the female. Now, these two have only dated for 6 months. They were neighbors, and then they caught each other's eyes and they started dating. But Lindile, the guy, was the one that issued the ultimatum to Caesar, which was quite impressive to me. Because, ladies and gentlemen, most of the time, it looks like it is the females that are desperate to get married and not the guys. The guys are almost always never ready to settle down. They are almost never ready to forgo their wild ways and get into the family way, right? But this time around, it was actually Lindile a dashing, handsome gentleman, by the ways, that gave the ultimatum to Caesar, who, according to her, wasn't ready to get married. She's not ready to settle down. She's not ready to get married. She's not ready to even have kids. According to her, she wants to get married in her 30s. She wants to start having kids in her 40s. She's not ready for Jack. She's not ready for anything. Yes. And I'm thinking, wow, what a match made in Soweto. Not a match made in heaven, yeah. But talking about their personalities, as I mentioned before, Linday is a perfect gentleman. I love him to bits. I mean, guys, when you look at the guy and you look at his personality, you would have expected otherwise. But I was quite impressed with how he carried himself. Very gracious, very loving, very attentive, very gentlemanly, very perceptive, and he respected the women. And I love that. Yeah, I loved that. Yes. But Caesar, on the other hand, ladies and gentlemen, I sort of had mixed feelings about Caesar on the show, and I'll tell you why. So Caesar is very likable, very likable. She smiles a lot, she laughs a lot. In fact, she's got the cutest laughter ever. When she laughs, everybody, okay, maybe not everybody, but some people find it really sweet and funny. But in my opinion, and based on my personal observation of how she carried herself on the show and conducted herself on the show, I felt like Caesar was kind of very, okay, not very, but a bit manipulative. There were certain things that she was doing, and she was feigning ignorance and acting like, oh my God, what did I do? And I'm like, girl, you knew what you were doing. Yes. And she was kind of manipulative. And I felt like she sort of had this pick-me vibe to her, with certain guys, because of course there was Khanya, which we're going to talk about, the female in the other relationship. And it just felt like she was always trying to put up this air of, I'm the nice one. And Khanya is the dragon. Khanya is the horrible person. And then she ended up messing up as well, in a way. We're going to get to that. But overall, Caesar is really sweet. Very beautiful. I love how she looks. And I felt really bad for her when Khanya sort of body shamed her, not once, but I think twice on the show. Yeah. But anyways, that's that for this couple. And then moving on to the last but not the least couple of the show. We're talking about none other than Khanya and Nkateko. Nkateko. Guys, I hope I got the pronunciation right, but let's get into it. Now, Khanya and Nkateko really shocked me on the show. The outcome of their relationship was one that left me speechless. Ladies and gentlemen, see, if you watch the show, or when you watch the show, right, you will really understand what I mean. These two people's relationship was really turbulent. And that is because Khanya is very, very assertive, very audacious. She's got a lot of things in common with Ruth, but the difference is Ruth stands for the truth. I like how that sounded. Yeah, she really stands for the truth. But Khanya, on the other hand, she not only stands for the truth, but she does not know when to read the room and keep her mouth shut, when the circumstance is uncomfortable. She would open her mouth and spill it all. Yeah, she's very bold, very, very audacious, and in a way, she's sort of got some bullish tendencies. Yeah. As a matter of fact, she's like my favorite cast member of the show. I really love her. She brought the drama. Yeah, talk about that one cast member that brought the drama to the show. She brought the drama. Ruth brought the drama. Nola brought the drama. She had issued the ultimatum to Nkateko, yes, to propose to her by the end of the experiment. Otherwise, they will not be together anymore. Now, it's quite interesting because these two have only been together for 1 year. And according to Khanya, she cannot be wholeheartedly, like she cannot belong to Nkateko completely if the guy does not take her off the shelf. In other words, what does dating mean really? Like, why should we date for so long? Like, what are you waiting for when you can just easily propose to me and take me off the shelf, take me off the streets, and then I belong to you 100%? But Nkateko is not ready to settle down. Now, when they were introduced to the show, he said that there were a lot of things that they need to put in place, blah, blah, blah. Guys, I thought it was all about money, 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 finances. But then deep into the show, we got to learn that it is because of Kanya's dragon lady attitude. Kanya does not grieve for anybody, according to Nigerian slangs. Kanya has a mind of her own. She is very, very opinionated, very audacious, very assertive, very bold, very, in a way, sort of intimidating. Yeah. Whilst Nkateko is the complete opposite of her personality, but then, ladies and gentlemen, Nkateko has got a bit of manipulative tendencies about him, yes, which I sensed along the line and even towards the end of the show. Yes. But I totally loved their match, because in as much as they've sort of got opposing personalities, you could tell that they've got so much love for each other. They love each other to bits. They cannot stay away from each other. They cannot do without each other. Yes. But there was also a cog in the wheel. Khanya and Nkateko's mother, they do not see eye to eye. And that is because we found out about this towards the end of the season. And that is because Nkateko portrays Khanya to be this very, very difficult person to deal with. And you know one thing about family members, it is what their child tell them that they will buy, right? But then towards the end, or I think at the end of everything, Nkateko sort of cleared the air about Khanya, and I love the way he redeemed her image on the show and even outside the show as well. Okay, guys, I just checked my notes and I realized that there's still a lot more to be said about the show. I haven't even given you guys 50% of the tea to be spilled on this video. Yes, and I think so far this video is over 30 minutes already. So here's what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna do a part 2 of this video. I wanted to do just a one-off video, you know, where I summarize everything, but this video is too lengthy and I'm really tired. I'm actually filming really late. The time is 11 p.m. right now. Yeah, 11 p.m. and I'm super exhausted, and I have to edit this video tonight so that I can release it tomorrow for all of you. So ladies and gentlemen, bear with me. My sincere apologies. Please let me know your thoughts about all I have shared so far in the comment section below. I cannot wait to hear from all of you. And hey, look at this in a good way, right? You watch this video, it gives you time to catch up on the show on Netflix if you haven't seen it yet. As I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about all I have spilled, and I would also love to hear your thoughts about the cast members as individuals and as couples. All right, share in the comment section below, and I will see you all on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah. Thanks for watching and have a good night. Bye.